Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Planning has always been my way of working out problems and solving the day-to-day issues in my life. Join me as I experiment on how to best tackle projects, figure out how to stick with habit tracking, and celebrate the wins, both big and small. So grab a cup or a glass of whatevs and let's get on with the video. Hey planner friends, so October is a bitter bitch. Yeah, she is. And I've sat down to try to film this video all October. We're on the 30th of October 2023 in case you're watching this in the future. And she's just like, no, I don't think we have to do this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm going to try to get through this video and not be all over the place. Let's see how it goes. Shall we? All right. So I am currently going to show you my October setup. What I used for the month of October, so technically this is probably an October flip through. I don't know. These are terms that people in the planner community are throwing out. It's one of those things about October. Cool. All right, so this is a Midori Traveler's Notebook. It has 2 elastics in here. Some people will technically say that it has 4 because it has 2 long ones and 2 short ones. I don't like to put things on the short ones because they dig into your inserts. So technically for me, this is 2 strings and I piggyback things if I need to. This is not the one that is larger, which I do own. It's the one with the string, not the one with the, you know, this thing. Are you screaming the word out? Clasp? Is that what? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. It doesn't have the back pocket. It's so much smaller, it can hold less, but it still holds more than the Traveler's Company version, which is what I like about this. It's not overwhelming, it's not a brick, but it's not gonna fit like 2 inserts. You know what I mean? I'm more of like a 3 insert kind of a person, so there's that. Now, if you want to get this, I'll try to leave a link down below. Amazon does sell these, but they don't sell it in black for some reason. I think you might have to go to Etsy if you want this color. My pen is still the Friction, I think this says Zone Technology or something on there. Gorgeous, gorgeous pen, love it. Still using the blue black ink on the inside in a 0.4. This is interchangeable, so you can fit a 0.7 or a 0.5 ink cartridge in here as well. Sorry, I'm having asthma. On the inside, because I did try to film this, you guys, and then my phone rang. I do keep these things in here. So these are stencils from Dear Lily Designs. I've had them for a long time. I don't even know if she still sells them, but I got them on Etsy. And I put them in here to try to remember to use them. This is not going to go back in. We're going to be here forever. Anyway, so somebody asked about that the other day. I do have this sterling ink card that says thank you on it, and it's just a nice thick card where I put all of my page flags, what are these things called? Paper clips, just so that they don't, you know, I don't put them on the faux leather here and mark it up because I don't like that. Have some ephemera that I keep sometimes in here just for funs. At some point I had a little, what is it called? Like a clear Post-it I cut down, and I had a different word on here, and then it kept falling off, and I forgot to do that this month. So maybe in November, Sylvia, when you are editing this back, you should do that. These are some stickers that were in my Hobonichi weeks, which I'm currently not using, and I'm tired of trying to pretend like I'm going to. So I took them out and I wanted to put them in here because when they were in the Hobonichi, I was using them in my monthly. So you can see here that I have used some of them. A few. Look at me. I'm growing as a person. I'm not just hoarding stickers. I am using them. So that's great. These are transparent, translucent, I don't know. And then a mix of the white ones. I used to be freaked out by the white on the cream colored pages, but I've calmed the hell down. So growing as a person. Now in here I have 3 inserts, you guys, and they're all Traveler's Company inserts. And I have bits of like ephemera like this in here, and I just put a little bit, as you can hear. Is that awesome? What's that word? Yeah, that stuff. I just put a little bit of the tape runner on the back so that I can peel them off and put them on other inserts. So if you've seen them before, you're not losing it. You're totally fine. I just really love butterflies. So you've seen this insert before. I set it up. I don't even know. Maybe in May when I set up the other one, and I never used it. I did all of the titles for it, but it was supposed to be like in half. So the first half was supposed to be long term, and the second half was supposed to be like short term stuff. You know, just loosey-goosey, getting things done. lists, pages, whatever the hell they're called. I just never utilized it, and I moved out of the traveler's notebook before I could, so I put it back in here because we're going to reuse things and get shit done, because that's what I'm going to try to do on this channel. Cool? All right. In the center, I have added this insert by DIYfish, and it's called The Plan Book for 2024, and it's in, I think she calls it Midori size, but regular or standard size. It's for the full year. I love this because who the hell wants to draw this out? Not this girl. Not this girl. So I printed out the full year of 2024. If you wanted to rig this, you could use some skinny washi tape or a whiteout and just whiteout or washi tape over the days of the week and write them up on the top. And you could use this for May of any year if you wanted to. I'm just saying that, not because I don't want to give her monies, because she's awesome and she's worth it. But I got this for 2024 and I have 2 months until then. So if I wanted to use like November and December and reprint them and do that, you certainly can. You can do things like that. I don't think you're allowed to edit them or something. There's like a thing that says you can't edit them anymore on there, but no one can stop you from putting washi where you want to put it. Let's just say that. All right, so this is actually not stapled. It's just slipped into the center and cut down nicey nice, and it fits in there really great, and I don't have to piggyback anything. So that's everything that's on the first string. So you can see that there's the 2 long ones and the 2 short ones. These ones I don't consider strings, but some people do. So we have these 2 inserts, and it's wrapped around with the zippy pouch. I don't know why that word was so hard for me. This is the same stuff you've seen me have in here. I utilize these more than these. I've used 3 of them. A whole 3, you guys. That's more than I ever in like a year. So growing? I don't know. All right, so we have my second and third insert, and they are on the second stream piggybacked together. So the second insert you have also seen before. It is a reuse because that's what we're doing here. So this, again, a Midori insert. This is the dot grid one. I started this in May of 2023, you guys. Do you guys do this? Do you start something? Here's the thing. I moved in to a traveler's notebook, feeling very confident in May. And I don't even know how long I lasted, but it wasn't too long, and I moved out again. So, like, I didn't do a great job, obviously, at this. I even finished this book and this book, and I just didn't even bother. Oh, and that one too. I didn't even bother marking them off. It is what it is. I did print out these from Canva, I believe. People always ask me about my printer, and I just print them at my library. So I didn't use this very often. At some point, I was like, can I plan in here? And then I decided I wanted to I wanted to try this out as a reading journal because I used to have this same setup in one of my reading journals. I got sick this week really bad. I had the flu. It wasn't COVID style. It was just like a straight up flu, but I was very sick, and I ended up watching Discovery of Witches, I believe. And I don't remember if there was 3 or 4 seasons because I was sickly, but it was pretty good, and I watched all of it. It had already ended by the time I found the show, but it was great, and I was pleased with the ending. So sick for all of these days. I think on day 7 I was probably at about 90%. This is last week. Big hole here, lots of space, and I wrote down, so there is a week missing here. This goes from the 15th to the 23rd. So the missing week, I actually reconnected with a planner friend, and we were reading each other's work, and so I did get reading done here. It just wasn't like my own personal reading challenge situation. It was for other important good stuff. So I just made like a note there, and then down here my niece started reading The Throne of Glass. This is the second time I've read this book, and we were reading it together, and then I was reading One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is this week. We're currently on October 30th of 2023, in case I didn't mention that. I set this up, and I didn't really I didn't finish, stamping things out. I had stamped all of these in advance, and I drew these out up until here, and then I probably got tired because I was doing this partly when I was sick just to have something to do. I didn't have a lot of energy. So this first part of the insert is just going to go and be dedicated to my reading journal, and I think that will take up all of November and December. The second half I was just really using for notes. So this was a note that I was making when Jade and I were at her volleyball banquet project, and These are some fun things we were making while we were listening to the audiobook of Throne of Glass. These are really cute. They just go on the corner of your page for the physical books that we had of Throne of Glass. I actually have the first book, a copy of the first book, and then I went to the library and got a second one so we could read it together. Aren't they so adorable? I know, kawaii style. And that is everything that's in insert 2. So insert 3, we also did some heart-shaped ones, which are so cute. I must ask you a question. I know, I'm a dork. Anyway, so this third insert you've seen before. I started to try to put vocab in here, and then it didn't work out. It didn't happen anymore. I even ripped off the front where it said vocab. So I only used one page in here, and then I gave up on just this, not on life. And so now I have to figure out something else to use this for. And I have plenty of different things that I can do in here. I just haven't gotten it together. So it's here and ready for me to use for whatever I want for 2 more months left in this year before the new year. Oh my gosh. And I'd really like to start everything fresh for the new year. So I want to use up these inserts for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm having a brain fart, you guys, and I'm sure you saw this and you were like, wait, what? Sorry, back to insert 2. I forgot that this is in the center of the notebook. Oh my gosh. So in here, I have another DIYfish insert. So when I get really overwhelmed and I have a lot of anxiety, which is a huge part of my life, suffering from anxiety disorder, but when it gets really overwhelming for me, I tend to gravitate towards planners because I want to have some kind of control. And I feel like if I have a plan A, a B, and a plan H, I might feel better about life. So I went ahead and I bought this, but I bought it at the end of September. So I didn't even get to use the first week or 2 in here, just because she has to send these to you, and I forgot about that. She actually has to email them to you when they're ready, and I think I ordered mine on a Friday, and I think on the weekends she takes a break, so I didn't even get them until that Monday or Tuesday of the next week, which is so funny. So just be aware of that. It is what it is. People are allowed to take breaks. I just want you to be aware if you order it. So that is what this insert is called. It's a big long-winded, 1, 2, 3 sentences. So October 2023, this is a picture I put here just for a little bit of pretty. It unfolds like this. And I don't write on it like this. I really like to have my inserts stay inside my traveler's notebook. I'm not a fan of taking an insert out to write or plan on it. Sometimes it happens when you want a flatter surface, but for the most part, I prefer to just always keep it in there. So this is really nice because you can just fold it in like this and go ahead and write on it like that. It's kind of funny because I followed the folding lines on here, so it's supposed to be folded like this. However, you can't see the weeks when it's like this, so I just rewrote them right here, and it is what it is. I think it works out just fine. So this is really my plan for writing and a few things for Jade that are important. These are larger things that I want to break down into smaller bite-sized chunks, and so that's what I do. If you take this and fold it out like this, you can write on the monthly. You can see here I have been trying to track, not fitness, my fitness pal at all. I haven't, yeah. I mean, that's not a thing I should probably do in October when it's Halloween-y time and there's candy everywhere. And yeah, it is what it is. That was my fault. It's my bad. Everything else I've been doing pretty decent on. It is what it is, but I've still been keeping track. You can see here at the end that as far as writing is concerned, now that Evie's back in my life and I've really been working on it, I've written every day or worked on writing every day. So that's a beautiful thing. What else did I want to say about this that was important? I thought there was another. Okay, maybe not. So down here, I'm just keeping track of some big events, not as many, which is nice. I like when there's less events to have to do with school, but still things that I want to remember. Here we have this cool kind of traveler's notebook style. I'm gonna put this in the back because it's annoying me. Oh, there we go. I do love how you can fold this out of the way if you want to, but you have the days 1 through 31 down here. So it's like a traveler's notebook monthly log, and I'm not doing the best at this. I thought at first I was going to put all the movies and TV shows, but we've been busy and we've been watching things here and there, and I got sick, and so I fall off on tracking stuff. Here I've just been putting writing and what I've been doing every day, but not every day because I forget to write it here. And for the most part, it's really nice to have this. But I also just care about writing and I really don't care if I track it as much as long as it gets done. This was my plan for Preptober. So for those of you who don't know, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month and it happens in November, and we call October Preptober, where you're supposed to be prepping your novel so that in November you can just sit down and write 1,667 words every single day for a total of 50,000 plus words for the month. And this was sort of a plan that I had for Jade and I to finish Project YB. I don't know if we're going to actually go ahead and do it, but we were only going to do 10,000 words because she's in school and I have a life too. So I'm also working on another novel with betas. So we were just going to aim for 10,000, which is not the traditional NaNoWriMo, but there's so many people doing stuff and it's really fun to join along. So even if you do a little bit, it's more than I would have done had I not done the challenge at all. So if I don't do this, I might go ahead and move it all into November because I have done some of the stuff. I've just been lazy about marking things off. I know. That is not the right page. Okay. So remember how I said she had to email this to me? So this, I only had one day in the week anyway, so it was fine that I missed this week. Then here we got it, I don't know, around maybe the 3rd. So I went back and backplanned a couple of things. It worked out really nice. This is that blue-black ink, so it's not as bright as blue or as dark as black, and it's just a really nice medium for me. I've had a hell of a time trying to use these. I thought about it and I marked them up here what all these categories were for, but this is like that life mapping where you can color it in. You can get really colorful with it, or you can just use your regular ink in your pen, but I haven't used it. This is the week that I got sick, and so nothing really got done. I had a lot of forwards and a lot of, strikes, and it is what it is. Still did not fill this thing in. I bought this thinking, yeah, this is going to be great and I want to see this all filled in. And now I'm thinking maybe I don't even need that because I'm not utilizing it at all. And once I start to use it, maybe I will love it. I don't know. So maybe in November, I'll just give that another try because I have, a trial, which is for 3 months, October, November, and December. So the last quarter of the year. Here we are on last week. And everything in here is working really nice. I just split this down the middle. I have, my days of the week over here, and then just different categories like YouTube, Instagram, and stuff. Jade, I'm still terrible with YouTube and Instagram. I swear I'm going to work on it. I mean, maybe. Anyway, I did my weekly review here. And this is where we currently are on, what week is this? It should say on here. It's weird. We're on week 44. So I'm gonna write that down. Week 44. Usually it's on here, but it's not, so I'll have to write that on here. Anyway, it's fine, it's on the monthly calendar. I usually split this in half and put my weekly stuff over here and then my categories on this side. I really like that. It doesn't give me any space. For those of you who are wondering why I have this weekly here, it doesn't give me really any space to put my, my reading, and sometimes it's big and sometimes it's not, so I prefer to have a separate insert for that. And they're actually, since I have November, I'm thinking that these 2 days will be with that week 44, so I don't think I'm actually going to write in here for the last 2 days of October. We'll see how it goes. It'll be weird to have to carry 2 inserts for 2 days, so I might just fill these 2 days out in that other planner. Yeah, it is what it is. And that is the DIYfish insert. So, okay, second insert, third insert was already done. And then over here, in my zippy pouch, I just keep a bunch of different ephemera, and at the very end, you guys, I'm sorry this is so long, I talk too much. I decided to make a zine for October of 2023. I know. My phone's ringing again. I put it on silent. Hold on. Okay. So, a zine. This was a cool idea and also kind of stupid. Here's the thing. I thought I would go ahead and put my plans for, YouTube and Instagram, all of the books I wanted to read, my other Instagram channel, into a little zine because it would be really cute and fun, and why the hell not? Well, this is why the hell not. I forget how much stuff I don't get done in a month. So this would probably be better if I had put for the quarter, for 3 months, things that I wanted to do, because sometimes some of these books I didn't have available to me, and some I decided I didn't want to read right now, and so that happens. So I think I would make another one of these, but I would want to do it for a full quarter or maybe even the year. If it was my reading throughout a year, that would be kind of awesome, because I don't like writing this stuff out in big lists. I just don't love my handwriting, but having it typed is kind of cool. And I didn't want a full-on page because this doesn't have a back pocket, so making it into a cutesy little booklet zine, which is fairly thin, it just fits right on here like that on this secretarial pocket. It was kind of awesome. So I put some little things here that said quarterly, yearly, just for reading, so that next time I make this I will know. And then the last thing I have in this pocket is, you know, my anniversary writing board from Traveler's Company. It has black and it's nicey nice and it matches really well. And that is everything. I'm sorry this took so long. I swear I meant for it to be pretty short, but I don't know how to make short video apparently. But you guys who have been following me already know that. So, alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!